Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the sonnets, and today we have sonnet number 70, which before we get to the text of sonnet 70, quick refresher on the last couple sonnets, because these do sort of go together. We've been talking about how the world has become corrupt and how the fair youth has become corrupt because he's been hanging out with people who are, lesser than, and they are tainting him and his spirit and all those sorts of things. But then sonnet 70, we come to that thou art blamed shall not be thy defect, for slander's mark was ever yet the fair. The ornament of beauty is suspect, a crow that flies in heaven's sweetest air. So thou be good, slander doth but approve, thy worth the greater, being wooed of time. For canker vice the sweetest buds doth love, and thou presentest a pure, unstained prime. Thou hast passed by the ambush of young days, either not assailed or victor being charged, yet this thy praise cannot be so thy praise to tie up envy evermore enlarged. If some suspect of ill masked not thy show, then thou alone kingdoms of hearts shouldst owe. So what he's saying here is haters gonna hate. Basically, he starts out by saying, it's not your fault that you are misconstrued, because the more wonderful you are, the more other people want to take you down, the more other people want to destroy you, the same way that the canker, which is like a little worm or a little bug, gets into the sweetest, most beautiful flowers and eats them first. So it's saying, the more wonderful you are, the more other people try to pull you down, to knock you down, to slander you, all of these sorts of things. And you, my fair youth, being so beautiful and wonderful and all that, which is interesting because he spent the last couple of sonnets saying that the fair youth was beautiful on the outside but not so much on the inside. But anyway, it's like, you are beautiful and untainted, so of course people are going to come after you. So the fact that you've made it through your life is just, and sort of the fact that people are attacking you now just goes to prove how wonderful and beautiful you are, because you wouldn't be so attacked if people weren't so jealous of you and didn't know and recognize that you were so beautiful and worthy. And he finishes out the thing by saying, if there wasn't some hint of maybe something bad in you somewhere, whether or not it's a true hint of something, then everybody would be in love with you and you'd be the greatest. So it's, the last couple lines are, actually this whole sonnet is sort of a, haters gonna hate kind of thing. The higher you climb up the ladder, the more people are going to try to tear you down. And the fact that you are being torn down is sort of justification for why you should be so high up the ladder, if that makes any sense. So anyway, it feels a bit like he's come full circle on this one, from everything is crap to actually everything is crap because you are so awesome. So we're back to everything being awesome except for the world around us. We'll see if that gets resolved at any point, or if we just get back to some lovey-dovey stuff. I'll see you tomorrow for Sonnet 71. Mwah.